Okay, let's wrap this up. So on this channel, I've been talking about many things in regards to why winning in Fortnite just doesn't feel the same. And in the comments, I've been seeing the same thing over and over and over again. It's been too long. So without further ado, let's cover them in today's video. Probably the biggest reason as to why winning in Fortnite just doesn't feel the same anymore, at least from Fortnite's part, is the skill-based matchmaking. Now, I've talked about skill-based matchmaking on this channel before, and I've expressed my opinions on it. I'm primarily just not a fan. You see, back in the day, skill-based matchmaking wasn't a thing. So anytime you got into a game, you were always fighting real players. In a top 10 final circle situation, everyone was a real player behind a screen. They're all trying to win, just like you. Now, if you take everything we talked about in the last two videos for this little mini-series, you had to be good at building and good at evading. Back in the old days, we didn't have any mobility to get around the map. No cars, no broken items. Just you and maybe a bush, tree, or house nearby. This was the best you had to work with. Now everybody was thinking the same thing too. You weren't the only person with a brain. Other people were making towers, and some were camping in the weirdest spots with a sniper. Everything around you was like an enemy. You were scared and it made sense. Fear was pumping through your veins. And with these 9 other people, were most likely skilled veterans that all knew how to play because they made it this far, unless you got those 1 or 2 noobs that somehow survived to the very end. But that's the thing, you didn't have anybody just blatantly coming at you with a shotgun and shooting the air, or you didn't have anyone pickaxing a house nearby. Anyone dumb enough to make that decision would get themselves killed instantly in the final endgame. That's where the modern bots come in. A lot of these bots that Fortnite's been adding now somehow make it to the endgame. And like discussed previously on this channel, a lot of time this has to do with the fact that there's so much mobility now in the game, people just want to instantly get into fights. They're rushing each other until the endgame circle is huge with only a couple real players left and somehow a few bots. They're dumb. It isn't fun to go up against them. Imagine this. You survived all the way to the very end, and it is a 1v1 situation. It isn't a skilled player you're fighting though, it's an NPC. How fun is it to take down that NPC and get the victory royale in Fortnite nowadays? It isn't at all, and that's what makes it not as entertaining as it used to be in terms of getting a win in Fortnite. The bots kind of ruined it. I'd much rather go up a sweaty builder, thinking it's the World Cup, rushing me with his max materials, than a brainless computer that has no idea what they're doing, no sentience behind it, and not even a clue that it's a 1v1 for the win. If you ask me, there needs to be a separate mode where skill-based matchmaking isn't enabled. Now, this could be as simple as flipping a setting to turn skill-based matchmaking off. I'm actually surprised that Epic hasn't thought of this idea yet. And if Epic really wants to incorporate skill-based matchmaking to their game, there should be no reason why bots should be allowed. I'm pretty sure there's a ton of players playing Fortnite, and if skill-based matchmaking was incorporated correctly, then you should be getting into lobbies with mainly real players that are at your skill level. There should be little to no bots at all in Fortnite. And so, combining everything that we've talked about, from turbo building to the map being too big, the storm being too fast, mobility being everywhere, and now skill-based matchmaking, it's easy to see that the old times of winning a game in Fortnite just doesn't compare to how it feels nowadays. Now, yes, I know that after getting your first win or two, and eventually racking up a good amount next to your name, winning a game in Fortnite can just feel like another day, another victory for the OGs. And so I want to talk about my real final point as to why winning in Fortnite doesn't feel the same anymore. You see, I've been saving this one for last, and honestly, the reason why I saved this for last is because This is the idea that I want to be the case the least. And this is the simple fact that we're the problem. You see, it doesn't have anything to do with Fortnite, or maybe it actually does, and we'll get into that a little more in a bit. But could it really be that we're just so used to this game at this point? For many of us OGs, we have a ton of wins already. And so maybe a lot of the newer players will feel those emotions that we once did. A lot of us have kind of outgrown the feelings when it comes to winning in Fortnite. Now, me personally, I think that there's a sort of mix between everything. While I do think that yes, it can be us. I mean, we've played this game for, 7 years now? Of course, getting a win in Fortnite wouldn't feel the same as when you first got one. I do believe that there are things that Fortnite can do to help bring back that feeling. If Epic ever tries to incorporate any of the ideas that I mentioned, it could bring us down that nostalgia trip once again. I've said this many times, but the game has evolved so much over the years. A lot for the better, but some for the worse. And I think a key component of getting a victory royale in Fortnite was how hard it was to get one. You see, I can go on and on and on talking about every single little thing that makes getting a win in Fortnite not feel the same. But I think at this point, you and Epic get the point. Take anything from what they did in the early seasons of Chapter 1, incorporate that and infuse it into a brand new gameplay style that we can participate in nowadays. And I think you have a pretty good shot of bringing back those original feelings. Many of you have also pointed out that we need more incentives to win a game. I know in Chapter 3 they gave us that crown emote, and now you can collect crowns in Fortnite and rack up crown wins, but they don't really mean anything. Back in the old days, many of us used to say that V-Bucks should be rewarded for getting a win, and I think that's a really good idea. It doesn't have to be a crazy amount, but any small amount from 50 to 100 would be much appreciated. Cosmetics like loading screens, sprays, emotes, backblings, pickaxes, gliders, or skins even can be awarded depending on how many wins you have maybe during a season. There just has to be something to keep the idea of getting wins alive in Fortnite. And I think incentives are definitely a step in the right direction. Anyways, I think I'm done talking about this for now. As much as we've grown throughout the years and played this game for a very long time, I think that yes, a fair amount of it has to do with the fact that us having so much experience in the game already detracts from us feeling how we used to feel when getting a win. I definitely think that there are some choices that Epic can make to improve on this factor. Winning is one of the most important parts of Fortnite, and we have to keep it alive for many years to come. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I'd like to thank all of you guys for watching today's video. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and use code TrulyMystic in the item shop if you want to support me there. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I will catch you in the next one. It's TrulyMystic, and until then, peace.